Everybody, it's Invicta. It's time now that you can run here the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance Plus series. Happy Monday, Mosh Pit, the first Monday of 2026. And yeah, we didn't play too well yesterday. I do apologize about that. I was really tired when I recorded that episode, and I try not to do it when I'm so tired, but, you know, there's no excuse for that. So today we'll definitely be playing better. Hopefully, I mean, at least yesterday's run ended on a good note. As opposed to the rest of the run, which was mostly self-inflicted wounds there. So I'll tighten up today and we'll see what we got going on. Here's your picture of the day submitted here by It's The, and then the last word I can't say is part of the username because it's just not part of my channel. Title thread was, I made Baby Plum for the first attempt at needle felting, and then in the thread they also said, here she is chilling with my Baby Plum plushie. And when I first saw this picture, I thought that it was the Baby Plum in the background. I thought, oh man, that's like professional quality. I thought that was the one that you knitted. And then I saw the mini one. I was like, oh, that's even cooler too, because that way you can make a whole bunch of them and you can stack them up. It takes less space. So really good job in that, especially for your first attempt. I know a lot of people in the mosh pit who do that sort of thing, and I know that's very difficult to do. So hats off to you. Keep improving. Seed day. Oh my God, what is this? We have what? We either have Wait What or a Butterbean. 6-2 Whiskey Victor 9 Foxtrot 9 Kilo. We got Mom's Trinket. It is Wait What, so it's not Butterbean. And that's good. I like Wait What. I like Butterbean. It's widely the longest time Butterbean was considered to be one of, if not the worst, space bar items in the game. And then in response to people saying that, Ed created a different version of Wait What of a Butterbean and called it Wait What. And that was the original response to someone seeing, I guess it was a tester or maybe or something. What was that? Brother, you left all the way over here. We were down here and somehow you ended up over here. That was the most egregious schmoove I think I've ever seen. Other than the teleporting bomb fly that killed our 12 victory lap run or whatever it was. I don't mind Haemolacria, but I do mind it here because we actually have good tiers and good damage to start with. That was unbelievable. Anyway, so what you can do with Wait What is you can actually open up secret rooms, and super secret rooms is really great for parrying. Like I call it anyway, parrying. I don't know if anyone else does, but I've always called it parrying. And if you hit the right spot, it will allow you to get in. You have to hit basically you have to hit right at the inner circle. Nah. If you hit right at the inner circle of where a secret room is, you'll be able to get in there for free, essentially. So that was a little bit off. I don't actually know if the secret room's there or not. Let's go see what's in this here library. Oh man. Ooh, Book of Shadows, Book of Secrets, and also the Book of Sin, too, brother. Ooh, this is interesting. This is we'll start off with Bookworm, which I am happy with. Am I really gonna stick with Wait What? I think I am. As much as I would love to have. Where is the secret room? It's right there. Okay, so that's a little bit difficult to hit with that pot. So this is much easier to hit over down here. Yep. I mean, giving up mapping is really, really tough for me. Wait What is very, very valuable, though. We'll see. I really, really want to go mapping here. A half-price converter. This is just another HP upgrade right there. Essentially, we converted the soul heart that we just picked up out of that random fire and turned it into a permanent HP upgrade, which is great, especially given the fact that we're starting off with Heartbreak, which means that our HP is going to be limited. Gosh, we got the quarter too. Unfortunately, we lost our soul heart, so we got to be careful. I'm just now realizing that our movement speed is also kind of doo-doo. Get the quarter here. We can get restock. I don't necessarily hate this plan. Let's buy a second key just so we have one. And since we've already lost our soul heart, we have plenty of red hearts here. We might as well go into the curse room because it's essentially free. There's no danger in here. Pentagram gives us a very, very nice damage upgrade. Oh man, it's either Book of Shadows or Book of Secrets. The Book of Shadows prevents us from getting hit. And technically so does Wait What as well. But we have 5 bombs, and I think that most of the time, outside of the first floor, most of the time you just use Wait What to break rocks and stuff. We go on to last week's question of the episode. This one coming in from the Magic Money episode, which of course is the greed run that we've been traditionally doing on Mondays. This one was sent in by first-time submitter Dex Devil, who said, question of the episode, what happened to Blood Puppy? I know that you don't like the item. It's not good, but was there a story as why you 100% won't take Blood Puppy anymore? First off, thank you for your question of the episode, Dex Devil. Secondly, so in response to your question here, Blood Puppy is one of those items. It's a very, very, very standard. It's a great example of this item. This item causes more problems than it solves, and Blood Puppy is a big one there because, unfortunately, with the nature of Blood Puppy, it's most of the time you end up having to fight an extra sort of mini boss level of mob when you don't really need to or have to. Blood Puppy, unless if he's in his third form, he's not really all that great. He does deal damage, sure, but if you look at something like, say, Leech, for example, who does essentially the same thing as Blood Puppy, except he doesn't transform and start to chase Isaac and attack everything in sight. B, he can't kill you. He actually heals you. That would be a very prime example of an item that is just a significantly upgraded version of an item that I consider to be bad. Oh my gosh, this would be super fan. So, but my official answer to that is it's an item that I feel does not. There's more disadvantages than advantages to taking that item. It creates more problems than it solves, is my official stance on that. In a world where Blood Puppy is great and excellent and he doesn't cause any friendly fire damage, he's top tier for sure, because the amount of damage that a level 3 that the Bloodhound does is absolutely unreal. He can take down big bosses. And yeah, I mean, sure, if you have enough damage and you have enough HP and the win is in the bag already, then sure, take Blood Puppy. I have no problem with that. I have no problem if you do like Blood Puppy. But for me personally, even in a winning run, I'm just like, by this point, I don't need something like Blood Puppy to win. And so I just ignore him. Same thing goes for something like pills, or if we have money equals power, but we're already strong enough. I'm not worried about min-maxing all the way up to the end of getting 99 cents or something like that. It just doesn't, to me, there's certain things that I would rather use my time on than others. And in that case, particularly for money equals power, yes, it does give you a large amount of damage if you max it out, but it's not something that I'm going to try to break my back for just to max out 99 cents to get the maximum amount of value out of that. To me, that's unnecessary, especially if you're already in a winning run. Now, if you're not in a winning run, then you should absolutely do it, especially if you need damage. So hopefully that clears that up. And again, if you like Blood Puppy, I'm not going to besmirch you. I'm just the same as I'm not going to besmirch anyone for liking items that I do or that I don't. I don't like Haemolacria all that much, but some people do. I don't like Broken Modem at all, and some people love that item. And that's fine. I'm not gonna be treating you any differently because you like a Binding of Isaac item that I don't. They might be wondering why I'm sticking to the Soul of the Lost here. It's so we can actually get a free devil deal, and this would be a free one. I don't know what happened to the spikes. We don't have flat file, so. But yeah, I will use the Soul of the Lost. This basically turns us into the Lost temporarily. That way we can get a one-time use free devil deal item. And that's muy bueno. World card. Party time. Excellent. Maw the Void here. Now, we're going to be looking to try to get a confessional booth to get rid of our broken hearts. Even though they are doing they're actually doing a secondary function, which is giving us damage. I don't really care too much about that. I would much rather use those HP containers and get something useful. Like a Devil Dew item, for example. Or having more HP to play for temperance machines. You know, that kind of prioritization is something that you just develop on your own as an Isaac player. You know, I didn't start, I mean, you all can see my journey from the very start of playing this game. Literally the first time I've ever booted up Isaac. You know, I didn't know what the strategies were. I was just playing, man. You know, I'm not taking things too seriously. I was like, oh, you know, what's this item do? Whoa! You know, that kind of stuff. But eventually, as you keep playing a game, just like with anything, is the more you do stuff, the more you want to look to optimize things, the more you want to make it kind of like your own style, your own experience. And that's exactly what it's like whenever my style comes up in the discussion of just playing safe, playing stuff that, you know, just being comfortable and having a good time. And that extends to my prioritization over, like, saying, okay, yes, we're getting more damage here from broken hearts, but is it damage that I really care about? As opposed to, let's get rid of these heart containers. And the schmooves are out of control today. Let's get rid of these heart containers and just kind of see where it goes. And then, you know, in the worst case scenario, let's say hypothetically we do find a confessional booth, and then we get rid of all these heart containers, right? All these broken heart containers. Free up that space for extra HP upgrades, and then all of a sudden we don't get any more Devil Deals. So what? We still made ourselves very tanky, and we have tons of HP that we can use for just living. You know, I look at a lot of avenues whenever I determine whether or not an item is worth investing in. And it's just one example of what I do and don't like in Isaac. I'm getting real tired of getting hit by this random stuff here. All the Void is fantastic, and so is Eye Drops, as it does increase our tears rate and also breaks the tears cap. Been getting pretty fortunate with these secret room placements next to these curse rooms. I'm glad I did pick up the Book of Shadows, though. Wait, what is fantastic? Obviously, it's just it's an A tier item for sure. Maybe even close to S tier, depending on how well you parry in the game. But total immunity is also extremely valuable, especially when you're talking about combining it with Maw of the Void, having to get up close and personal, getting in for some QCQ. Actually CQC, but QCQ. Close quarter combat. And it kind of simplifies the combat entirely. That was terrible. Okay, well, there goes our Devil Deal, I guess, because apparently that one head turret was just not gonna let it go. What? Okay. I'm recording this on a different day. I'm actually recording this Saturday morning, and the game has been on one lately. I'm not sure what's going on. Get a spoon. Definitely needed some movement speed. Definitely need a little bit more damage to help impact our clearing speed. A 6.30 is good. Like, don't get me wrong, it's very, very strong for where we are in the run right now. We can always get more, or like a tier effect. I cannot believe that dingle made it through that fire, especially without even getting killed. Like, and dude just split the uprights and didn't even care. The Chad. So you saw right there, I kind of backed up and then remembered that I had the Book of Shadows, and we just dive in there face first. Now, I did make one crucial mistake there by picking up the Soul Heart first, and that was me acting on just reflex instead of thinking for 2 seconds. But I definitely should not have done that. And the reason why I should not have done that is because we want to make sure that we maintain a healthy soul heart going into the next floor, because we can assume, very safely so, that we will not be getting the Devil Deal on this floor. So there's no reason for us to pick up the soul heart right now and jeopardize it, which would then prevent us from being able to utilize it on the next floor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait. I'm going to hold off on these. We're going to take the bone heart first and then the soul heart. But we need to find our dang old item room. I also needed to get a full charge on the Book of Shadows just to kind of cinch up the Devil Deal. If we do happen to get one, we have less than a 1/4% chance to... We have less than a 25% chance to get it. Just over a... over a 1/5 of the way. 1 out of 5 chance, basically, is what it came down to. I don't know why Ipecac keeps showing up. I really don't. The problem with taking Ipecac here is that we have Maw of the Void. And Maw of the Void is our primary source of damage. Now, you may not think that you might be asking yourself, well, why is that a problem? The problem is that Maw of the Void synergizes with Ipecac. And for us to take Ipecac without having any explosive immunity, that's setting us up for disaster. You know, is it a deadly disaster? I'm not sure. I don't want to find out. Another regular old HP upgrade, and let's go back into here. Actually, you know what? We can only take one. We can't take both because of the broken hearts. So I am going to just take the bone heart instead, because that is going to be a lot sturdier than a soul heart. I'll tell you why I would take the soul heart last in the next floor. I trailed off at the end there because I got a text message right as that floor transition was happening. So the reason why I would take the soul heart after the bone heart is because it just provides another extra layer of hits before we start jeopardizing our red hearts. Now you might be thinking like, well, why wouldn't you take the bone heart first then? Oh, there's a super invisible red pool on top of the red floor right here. Okay, game. You might be saying, well, you would still want to protect the soul heart, right? Not necessarily. In this case, the soul heart acts as the shield before getting hit by the armor, right? So in this analogy, the armor, the quote armor, is the bone heart itself, okay? And then the shield is the black soul heart. We would rather it go on the shield first before it taking away from our armor. And the reason why that is because the bone heart acts as also a red heart HP container, which is way more valuable, especially since we can't lose the Devil Deal on something like that, than just one regular soul heart. Let's stick with the moon card because I don't know if we're gonna make boss rush or not. We might. So, and if that's too confusing or convoluted for you, then think of it this way. If we have one red heart container, permanent red heart container, we get a bone heart and we get a soul heart. We would want, if we're going to take damage, we do not want to and cannot afford to lose that bone heart, right? In this scenario, the bone heart is the top priority of keeping our red heart, our one singular red heart container, active and alive. The soul heart will only temporarily stop you from losing that red heart container, right, and losing the Devil Deal. Whereas with the soul heart first, if we lose that, that's something that we cannot replenish at all. So let's say that we lose the soul heart. Now we're down to a bone heart. We get two hits on our bone heart, and now it's an open bone heart that's just exposed. But we find a red heart. We can get that back, right? We cannot do the same for the opposite. In this case, in this scenario where we would have 3 hits to take before we would lose the bone heart, right? 1, 2, 3. In that case, if we put the bone heart behind or in front of the soul heart, we would lose the Soul Heart first, or we would lose the Bone Heart first before getting to the Soul Heart. So yes, we've essentially stopped the same amount of damage, except in this scenario we have an unrefillable heart container in the form of the Black Soul Heart versus just having a Bone Heart that we could say, okay, well, you know, we took 3 hits. Let's say we got hit by a champion. There goes the Soul Heart. We take another hit. There goes half of the Red Heart. We take another hit. Okay, now we're down to an empty heart, or an empty Bone Heart. But we made it. We've lived through the floor. And oh, hey, look at this. There's a Red Heart sitting right here. So you know, and I hope that sort of illustrates what I'm kind of talking about. And I'm trying to make it make sense to people who aren't me. I don't remember how we got on this topic here. Yeah, it's little stuff like that you eventually learn how to deal with and kind of just plan ahead. You might say, well, that's thinking too deeply into this. No, Isaac is my life. I want to show as much high-level play as possible, as he says, as he always gets hit by dumb damage. I am going to ironically lose the Bone Heart here because we have plenty of HP, and there's tons of Soul Heart, so I don't mind losing the Bone Heart here in this case. Oh, we got 6 cents for it. And I'm looking to get either a Devil Deal or damage up. There we go. We got damage up here from Sanguine Bond. Or Moolah, which is great for restock. Gotta get a move on, though, if we're gonna make Boss Rush. A Binky, which is gonna give us a nice Tears upgrade. And I don't feel like going to get the other Red Hearts. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. I picture this, though. Had we taken Ipecac, we would not be fine, and I would not have had the freedom to play Sanguine Bond like that and get that extra little damage upgrade. Even though it's not incredible, it's not amazing, it's still worth it for me to just go ahead and say, yeah, you know what, let's use our HP for something. If we're not going to get a Devil Deal, at least we can get something out of this. And I'm going off of where the super secret room is. This might be the first boss rush that we get in year 2026. Or did we get one on, we may have got one on Friday. We have the moon card, so there's no problem with this as long as we get through this in less than a minute. It's gonna be Red Mom again. Red Mom was our nemesis yesterday. Not today, Red Mom. Actually, you have a little bit of movement speed this time around, and I'm also not falling asleep while I'm recording. I am going to take the negative here for the damage upgrade. Maw of the Void just performs better when you have more damage. I know, that's high-level insight commentary right there. I don't really want Empty Heart, and I hate the finger. This is just a terrible boss rush. If we needed HP, Empty Heart's not the worst thing in the world. And it would synergize with Broken Heart. But at the same time, I don't really want too much Red Heart HP. There is such thing as too much Red Hearts for your HP. Too many Red Hearts. There you go. Size down from Binky really helped us out there. Got ourselves Yave. And eventually, one day, we will find either the shop or the item room. I don't know when, but we will. They do exist. I have a feeling they're probably over here. There's a larger room. And never mind, it was just gas. Check out the arcade real quick. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we can go for a little payout. I am happy that we got Incubus, though. So what this tells me is that the shop and the item room are either adjacent from one another or they're up here. And okay, not mean to spend a bomb there. I don't even know where that bomb came from. Get milk again. I swear to you, I'm recording this on a different day. And the game laughs at us for having restock. Really messing with it. Oh, you're gonna see a brief pause real quick, everybody. I gotta take this phone call real fast. I apologize. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. That's a nice feature about being able to just pause the recording whenever I need to if an important phone call comes up. I was expecting that phone call, but not this early. Yeah. We're looking good here. If we can continue to build our damage like we have been with the negative and just incremental damage upgrades would be great. I'm still hoping that we find a confessional booth because I do want to get rid of these empty hearts. Make room for more soul hearts, like I said. Empty hearts are fine if you, or broken hearts, I should say. They're fine if you have, basically if you have broken heart and that's it. I don't really see a need for them past that. You know, you have items like magic skin and that synergizes somewhat with. I mean, I guess in a way, if you squint, it does synergize with broken heart. And we get another HP upgrade, which I'll take one more. We have 9 keys, so I might as well go check a look. We're gonna check a look the vault. And given that we have X-ray specs here, I think it's a no-brainer that you just go to. We would be removing the pentagram, unless if we take this to a victory lap, which I'm going to. As of right now, if we use the reverse stars card, that would remove the pentagram, which is a significant portion of our damage right now. And I don't want to do that. But on the victory lap, if we end up doing one, which it's looking like we probably will, then yes, I will use it in a secret room and we'll figure it out. But I think that, okay, I think that it gives up too much for possibly no gain. If you have flying, there's a 0% chance that you even have a chance of getting that judgment. Eternal Heart, which I will take. Well, there is actually a way to get that judgment, but it's not going to work. You do this, and I think that's in range. Oh, there we go. Okay. Not going to use Book of Shadows until probably the next phase here. I have enough shot speed and damage to take out the lasers. Got milk to break again here. Here we go. 73% Devil Deal failure. Cruel game. We got our HP upgrade. There's no Devil Deal to lose in here, so I don't really care too much about red heart damage as long as we get enough red heart containers to live through the lamb. And you're seeing what I was talking about now with us being just tanky. Like, these hits that we're taking right now, who cares, you know? A double soul heart there, it's great. Gonna put us back at almost max HP. Say almost, because we still have those broken hearts here. They're moving. Okay, now, don't leave this floor without picking up those soul hearts, brain. Right? We're not tired today, so there's no excuse for it. Got the Book of Shadows ready to go here for Stanley. Got the Tears upgrade from Milk, which is good. Getting real aggressive here with Satan. Just going to bait him into trying to hit the bomb lamprey flies. There you go. Took one questionable hit up here, but that's okay. And we're going to leave with full hearts, including 2 soul hearts. And I'm still hoping, I'm holding out hope that we end up getting a confessional booth. Get rid of these broken hearts. Again, I know that it's going to lower damage, but that's worth it. I've already kind of explained that. All right, we need some good devil deals here. Goathead's good. Satanic Bibble is certainly something. We get 2 or 3 Guppy. And we'll take all of this except for the Satanic Bible. Although, if we take the Satanic Bible here, it would allow us to get rid of more red hearts. And also, of course, give us a soul heart generator. Now, the problem is that obviously we have to face reality and say, well, you know, goodbye to the boss items for a while. So what I may end up doing here, I may try to go through this level and get as many soul hearts as I can, and by that I mean lose every single one of them, and then take the Book of Shadows for the next floor, the next run. If we get there, though. We're only on 3 HP now, and I'm kind of mad about it. It's like we have decent damage, but we don't. It's weird. This increased shot speed is also really not helping things. Great hit there by Maw of the Void. Fruity Plum, you gotta go over there. Want to be using the Satanic Bible on every cooldown. Obviously, it would be amazing if we could get something like Car Battery. One of my least favorite rooms right here. Yeah, we got 1 dark one down, and there's only one other. I was surprised that there's no Little Horn or Loki or something. A little bit of chip damage there with Maw of the Void. Tech Zero is very good. We finally get ourselves a bona fide tier effect for once. The Chubb was going to keep charging there. The secret room item is Mongo Baby. Now, Mongo Baby's great here because that allows us to have another sort of anchor point for our electric tiers. Wow, that was about as close as it can get without being a hit. Our movement speed is still lacking, and that's been a main culprit of these hits here. But this is a huge opportunity for us to get some of that HP back and solidify holding on to the Satanic Bible until the next floor and going back to the Book of Shadows. The main reason why I would want to do that is because I don't want to sacrifice boss items. As our base stats, as you can see, we're still kind of lacking except for tiers. Even at 7.72 damage, it's not the end-all be-all here, and I would much, much, much rather just get better Devil Deal items. Or better boss items. It's like we still need a lot of things, except for shot speed and tears. AAA battery. You know, this Charge Beggar is just S tier all the way right now, man. I mean, he's hooking it up. Just need 2 more soul hearts, and then when we get there, if we get there, I think the smart thing to do is to get the Book of Shadows, charge it doubly with this Charge Beggar, assuming he's still here, and then go fight Lamb. We just need 1 more soul heart, and then we're there. There we go. So that, all in all, that cost us 50 cents to do, about there. 47 cents to get to essentially full HP and secure the win here on lap 1. Then we go back and go grab the Book of Shadows again. And then if we can get a double charge for Lamb, that would basically wrap it up, as it is very unlikely that we die with a double charge of the Book of Shadows plus Maw of the Void. Here we go. Absolute Giga Chad of a Charge Beggar. Yeah, that is easily the MVP of this run. Easily. And I would say hats off to the blue map as well as X-Ray Specs for showing us, to making sure that we didn't miss that Charge Beggar. So honorable mention there. Yeah, you know what? I think Tiny Planet makes sense here. With Tech Zero, have this sort of protective, oh god, with Conjoin, this is going to be even crazier now. We have this protective shell of, like, lightning. This is madness here. I don't know how this wasn't the right way to go, but who cares? Look at this. Tiny Planet. Now remember, if you're wondering where the second one's coming from, remember we have Incubus, so we're getting double work with Tech Zero and Tiny Planet. This is an insane combo. All of a sudden, this run looks a lot rosier now. The bitrate looks phenomenal. Where the enemies don't want to be is right in the middle of all this, but it is impossible for me to see where incoming tiers, incoming enemy shots are originating from at this point. Very difficult to see where I am on the screen. Got 2 Eyes of the Storm here. This is definitely the first awesome combo of 2026, I gotta say. You don't, we have, it's a combo we haven't even seen that often, to be honest. X Zero and Tiny Planet. Why has this not been done before? Now imagine if our base damage goes up. Second shield here for a Book of Shadows. Yeah, there we go. Down goes Lamb, absolutely. I can see 3-0 Alpha Golf Delta Kilo Foxtrot Echo. So we don't know what the reverse stars car is going to give us now. Sure, why not? Let's just add more ridiculousness on the screen at this point. Oh my god, we have 3 Eyes of the Storm now with Kane's other eye. Okay. This is how you say crazy. It still shows pentagram, but I know that's not true. Mega Mush and Evil Charm. Sorry, Cane's Other Eye. I'm almost sad that we got rid of that one of all items. Get Birthright, so we have a chance of getting it back. And oh my gosh. I think Tech 1 ruins this. I'm pretty sure that Tech 1 ruins this. Yeah, it overrides Tech 0, yeah. Yeah, so we can't take that. These are really not great, to be honest. Might as well take Fat on Mushroom just to give us a little bit of extra damage. It does kill our movement speed even further, but at this point, who cares about movement speed? Yeah, that kind of sucks that we got rid of Cane's Other Eye. That's something that I thought I would never say in this game, because Cane's Other Eye is generally trash, but in this case here, having 3 Eyes of the Storm, man. Golden Bomb here, which we can just immediately turn into the Bomb Beggar for something. We get Nancy Bombs. Yeah, good luck, Claire Jr. Not a great battle for you, buddy. Not at all. Now, if we can continue to improve our DPS, things are gonna get out of control here. It's definitely not new territory yet, but it's on its way here. If we can get more damage, Ys Mascara, Sacred Heart would be something incredible like that. Would be amazing. Something incredible like that would be amazing. Quality commentary there. Speaking of Blood Puppy. Toxic Shock is just one-shotting everything here, which is surprising considering that our base damage is really still not all that amazing. 8.3 damage is good. Don't get me wrong, but it's not one-shot the entire screen good. Again, Broken Modem. Gonna go ahead and replenish my 2 Soul Hearts that we lost going in the Curse Room. If there's a bomb that spawns anywhere near Tiny Planet, just give up. Guaranteed to stay within that circle. Lime Horn's already done the range upgrade, which is just going to further extend the radius of this combo and a Krampus fight. So let's use a bomb here. Remember, we're 2 or 3 for Guppy with Goat Head on a fresh run. Fresh victory lap run. So what I'm trying to get at is that we should have a pretty good chance of getting Guppy here. Should. Now, are we? Probably not, because we all know the Curse of Twos. Toxic Shock, by the way, is doing that green sort of filter that you're seeing on your screen, and that hits the entire room with your base damage for a little bit, and that's why things are kind of just dying out of nowhere. I can't even tell if we got hit by that or not. I think we did. The higher our base damage is, the stronger the Toxic Shock becomes. With the D-Sizzle, now we're talking. Thank you to the Book of Shadows for getting us all the way here. I'm gonna go ahead and stop firing for now because it's getting a little bit difficult to see. For the bitrate, probably thanks me for that as well. Thank you, Sinvicta. You're welcome, bitrate. You're welcome. Glad I could help. That's the level of run we're at now. Is I'm talking to the bitrate. of a video. Yeah, Mumbo's dead. We don't need marbles. I definitely want Leviathan. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy this first. Then we're going to, because that only costs us 1 HP. Then we're going to take the pact, obviously. We're going to roll and get Abba Dabba Ding Dong. Gives us our movement speed back, and then I'll begrudgingly take marbles. Not that it's not a hugely important item, but you know, if you end up smelting a trinket passively, hey, sure, why not? I also recognize that we had an opportunity there for a secret room passive reroll machine as well, because we had that reverse fool card, I think, on that floor. And what we could have done is if we got enough money, say over 25 cents, we would be able to drop the quarter as an item pedestal inside of the secret room and then rolled it with the D-Sizzle, but we didn't. I just wanted to point it out to recognize it. I know that somebody out there inevitably be like, you could have done this. Like, yep, we sure could have, but we didn't. This is a bonkers combo, though. I'm liking this sort of Infinity Storm we got going on here. Like a Venn diagram of damage. Immediately get use out of the Ace of Clubs. Make some extra bombs. Not that we need them, but never know. Maybe we need a bomb beggar for something. Shops have been pretty lackluster, although we aren't really cycling that much through them, given the fact that we do have restock. There we go. That's all I wanted was a couple keys. So check out this chest right here. Get more money and a key back, so it's good. Guess we just get to do this room again, except without the Ace of Clubs. Yep, down goes Carrion Queen. I will take the movement speed upgrade because we just need it. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Huge opportunity for us to get the last Guppy item that we need here. Pentagram back. I mean, I wouldn't mind getting the damage upgrade. We could still potentially get Guppy here if we get another full charge. There is one in the shop. Now remember, we have money, and I believe there's a soul heart for sale in the shop as well, which means that as long as we maintain our funds, we should be able. Actually, that wasn't a full charge. We should be able to replenish our HP easily. So we just basically paid nothing for that pentagram except money. There might be a full charge opportunity, maybe. We would need to go into the boss trap room, and I don't think that's going to happen. No charge beggar here. There we go. We got it thanks to trickle charge. So one more golden opportunity here for us to get Guppy. I'll stop firing. It's too mesmerizing to sit here, just sit back and watch it. You get Brimstone, but that ruins the fun, man. I'm sorry, Brimstone. That's right. It's new year, new me, new Sinvicta for everybody. And Curse the Blind. Well, let's make a beeline to get off of this floor. Victa rejecting Brimstone. What is this, 2026? It is. Very happy that we got a little bit more damage here. The fun part with us having 0 red heart HP is that I don't know if we're going to be able to... We won't be able to just blindly take Devil Deals here. So who wants to bet that this is the floor that they give us a Guppy item and we will just never know? The Fallen could also... He does tend to drop 9 lives from time to time. Blood Oath is blood bad. This would put us down to 1 HP, and we just simply can't. We just can't. If there is a Soul Heart in the shop, then I will take these. Ash Key gives us keys. There's a full charge in there, and also a half-price Soul Heart. Okay, well, guess we just taking blind items now. Gonna run into this fire. I know I am. All right, so let's see what our blind Devil Deal items are. This baby, and another Maw of the Void. Yeah. So it was not a Guppy item. I think the game is going to start playing games with us now, ironically. 13 cents for a Soul Heart's a little bit much. And no, there's no such thing as double Maw of the Void, although that would be cool if it did stack. If it just got like a Mega Brimstone thing going on, but for Maw of the Void, that'd be cool. Or at least give it like a damage upgrade or something, you know? Nine volt, but we don't need it. Critical Charge really working overtime here. Ooh. A C-section with this, it is going to ruin, kind of ruin our synergy, but it's going to be much more powerful now. And now we're starting to look at the new territory here for 2026, because this C-section takes us to a different level of dominance here. And our fire rate is still very good. Oh. Got the Soul Heart back. And oh my gosh. Yeah. I think we gotta. Okay, now we're getting into, I think we might crash territory. This is a pretty bad boss rush here. Parasite would crash the game. I'm not gonna do it. Anima Sola is great, but not good enough to do an entire boss rush. Not that I think it's gonna matter. Ah, that sucks though, man. I cannot take Parasite because it is that will legitimately just crash the game. We'll take Anima Sola, but I'm going to immediately put it down. And we could just roll Anima Sola. We don't even, like, just pretend Maw of the Void ain't even here anymore. And we do still need to be careful because we're only on 3 HP, and given all the visual doo-doo on the screen, it can be very easy to lose ourselves very quickly, but this is such a massive amount of damage here. I mean, just look at this. The storm of babies. Yep. Totally forgot to re-roll Anima Sola, by the way. Oh, it wouldn't have mattered. Yeah, we need to be supremely cautious here with only 3 HP. We could still lose this if I'm not careful. Definitely need to calm down with the spam. The spam firing for now. God, I can't even see if there's a tinted rock in here or not. There usually is. There is. There it is. There. Oh, it's a double tinted rock. Ooh. Didn't notice that. 3 soul hearts just doubled our HP. That's huge. Oh, that was a dead end. Okay, so we're going up, I guess, this way? Towards the secret room and then doubling back. Yeah, this is the type of room that's a complete and utter enemy of this build. Or any build, really. I can't see Jack Taco. Aquarius. Unless we're fighting a boss, I don't think we need to fire more than like twice. Like that many shots, just that little amount of shots right there was the perfect amount. That's how much damage we're doing right now. Then we get this freaking room. You know what? You guys can have this room. You can't be bothered. Kind of seeing how the Tech Zero shots reach out and grab anything near them as well. And my God, left hand would help us with Guppy acquisition and also Soul Heart. So we say thank you to the Trickle Charge, the AAA battery. Did your job admirably. Absolutely hate how the spiders can just land on you, and this is still no Guppy territory. Still no Guppy territory, although Athame is there. With a triple Devil Deal Soul Heart. Oh yeah, with a triple Devil Deal Soul Heart. Room's designed to make me crash out, dude. Triple Devil Deal. Item pedestal. With us having the D6, I think it's only appropriate that we re-roll here as many times as we can. Dude, this room, man. But we need to get a full charge here, and what a smart person would do is go back and pick up Trickle Charge to cut down on the amount of rooms that we need. So, given the amount of rooms left, we should get one more guaranteed reroll for the Devil Deal. I'm hoping that it's 9 lives to take the pressure off here. E, okay, it works. Yep. And if this doesn't result in a Guppy item, then we'll have to do the mob trap room. Do Mom's Knife. Imagine Mom's Knife with this build. C-section babies with Mom's Knife. Holy moly. Yeah, this... Now we're talking about looking at possibly being in the running for the newest strongest run. We're not, maybe not ever, but this is going to hang right up there with 2025 strongest runs so far. I feel like we're getting a little bit too cocky, though. I don't like where our HP is at. We have no failsafe to back it up, but I mean, it's just instant death. And I think we're going to be 1 room short. I'm about to break everything you say to me. Unless we go into the curse room, which could have combat in it. Oh, there we go. All right, trickle charge got us there. All right, this is the last hurrah for trickle charge here, because I am going to stick with the left hand, as it already proved to be pretty useful for us. Maybe there's some skulls. Were there skulls in here? Were. Come on, D-Sizzle. Help us out a little bit. Hangman card, something we don't need. It would cost us 1 full soul heart to go into the curse room. Spotting for Tin and Rocks real quick here. Wow. Yeah, we're officially in Curse of the Twos territory. Absolutely in Curse of the Twos territory. Okay. Penny in there, tons of money back. Unfortunately, the fortune telling machine already destroyed itself. So we're now dependent on the left hand providing us the rest of the way there for a Guppy transformation. Here, just how impossible it is for us to see where these shots are coming in from. Oh, there's the confessional booth. This is an opportunity here for us with Polaroid. Got rid of 1. Okay. It cost us a soul heart to get rid of that 1, though. Yeah, that is insane damage there. We get the mark, but this is going to give us... It's going to give us movement speed and 1 singular soul heart, but it's not good enough for us to take at this point. And honestly, this may be stupid. I'm going to go do a strategical old Hushy fight, because there's a shop down here and we still have restock. So if there's a soul heart in here, then we could be looking at grand old times again. But we do get the compass, which is nice. Okay. Well, Dumpy, there's a tinted rock in here as well. Okay. Because let's face it, Hush is not a threat here. He's not. So I have no qualms about beating him here, as he is going to prove to be just a non-issue for us. With this level of damage, this is going to be a very quick Hush fight. Gonna be one of those fights that he just skips his animations, probably. Yeah. Yep. That is an insane amount of damage that Hush is taking right now. Boss armor, be damned. Now goes old Hushy, and that was absolutely worth doing. So here we go. And if Hush wasn't going to be able to do anything to us, I mean, nothing else we'll be able to at this point. I'm going to take the dice shard just so we have an extra reroll here in case we find something. And I think I will drop the left hand after we beat Isaac. Right now, I'm still holding out hope that maybe we get Guppy, but at this point, I'm consigning myself to the Curse of the Twos. And if you ever needed any proof to see that Curse of the Twos is an actual real thing, well, here you go. And if you don't know what the Curse of the Twos is, the theory I came up with last year, which was that you ever get 2 or 3 for any transformation, particularly the Guppy transformation, just go ahead and give up, because you ain't gonna get it. The game turns off the spawn for the last item that you need. Pretty much, not every single time, but it's rarer to find it. He says as he just gets Guppy now, of course. It's rarer to find that third piece after the second one than it is to find the other ones previously, up until you get your second item. But the game, making sure it never misses an opportunity to make me look stupid, gave us Guppy's Collar, which gives us Guppy. We did get rid of one of them. We get Redemption. It does give us damage and Soul Heart, so sure, why not? Could have re-rolled that, probably should have, but meh. It gave us damage, it gave us a Soul Heart, I think. I cannot see where the ground is. We're just hodling for dear life here. Perfection will probably not matter, but see if we can end it strong here. Spoonbender is insane. Yeah, so this doesn't matter. Treasure Beam doesn't matter, but it does give us more range. And a Tears upgrade. Spoonbender just means that it's just going to be even crazier with the reactions to things on the screen here. Gonna be more concentrated damage. This is what we like to call an absolute unit of a run here. Started off rough, started off a little trolly in this run, but now look at us. We're just living and thriving here. Okay. Okay, even Chemical Peel is not terrible here. Yeah, this is approaching one of the strongest runs that we've ever seen. Territory here. And you know, the first new of the new year was obviously a little bit of a joke, but it was a strong run. But this run here is leagues in front of that run and a lot of other runs. Because of Tech Zero and now because of C-Section, Tiny Planet was really what took it over the line. I didn't even see that we were close to bloat there. Revelations. But this run here is just on a totally different level than that other run. Yeah, we're gonna go fight Delirium. Cap off this monster of a run here. And again, everybody, if you're enjoying this video, of course it's Curse the Lost. If you're enjoying this video and you enjoy my channel, then please consider giving this a like. A subscribe here if you're not already subscribed and part of the Mosh Pit. We'd love to have you. This video's runtime just got extended by about 20 minutes because we are in the void and it's Curse the Lost, despite us having mapping as well as the compass. I don't know why I said compass so weird. At this point, we're just kind of just going off in whatever direction and hoping that we find a boss room. The game threw one final barb at us, one final little jab to make sure that we couldn't see where we were going. Squeezy gives us 2 soul hearts. That's the only thing I care about here because the Tears upgrade we are not eating. And we found our 3rd dead end. All right. All right. I get 4 dead ends. Now, if you've never believed in Sinvicta navigation before, here's a thought. We are probably going to accidentally full clear this entire floor, despite it being void, before we find Delirium blindly. And that is my secret superpower there, is being able to accidentally go the wrong way 100% of the time when looking for one specific room. Battery pack, it would give us a lot of rerolls, but at this point I don't really care about rerolls. Super advantage, sure. Or we go fight Delirium. I'm glad I was proven wrong. This is one time where I'm glad you made me look dumb, game. This is not a fight Delirium's gonna win here. You just have to stay on him, which is the reason why I didn't really want to lose Polar Invincibility. But yeah, once he gets stationary like that, it's all over. So we're gonna get the dub here, everybody. What a run. Super duper strong run. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you click the like button like I said. I hope you have a great start to your week here in 2026 Mosh Pit. And remember, thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. And as always, I will see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Like things with patrons of mine like Ox the Witcher, All Day Ode, Bataloid, Karoi Tenshi, and Gifted Iris. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Invicta.